breaking news coming in, and this is in regard with Tahawwur Rana, where we are getting in the latest information, which is currently underway at the NIA headquarters. The interrogation is being done at the NIA headquarters, where the 2611 plotter is kept. The NIA can seek court permission to obtain Rana's voice sample and conduct scientific tests as a part of its investigation. Now, the agency is also authorized to apply for a forensic comparison of Rana's voice with recorded calls and match his call records to strengthen the evidence in the case. So that's a huge lead that we're getting in relation with Tahawwur Rana's extradition case. Remember, the 2611 plotter is in 18-day of NIA custody. We now learn that the NIA is seeking a voice sample test for which they will be approaching the courts very soon, and this voice sample will be matched to the call data record that the NIA has. All right, joining me live on the broadcast is Piyush, who's reporting live from outside the NIA headquarters. Piyush, there are back-to-back updates on Tahawwur Rana's interrogation. The first one, of course, being that his voice sample will be tested. The NIA is looking forward to seek permission for the same. We also learn that he might be confronted with a key accused, also could be the aide of David Headley. What do we know so far as the probe is concerned?
So two important aspects over here. As the NIA is probing Tahawwur Rana and is trying to establish his links with the Pakistani army and the Pakistani inter-services intelligence.
Yes, please continue.
Yes, so as they're trying to establish the link, it is important that they try to make Tahawwur Rana establish this vital pieces of evidence, and in this regard only, it is now believed of the calls that were intercepted by the investigating agencies while they were trying to probe the 2611 terror attack. They had intercepted several calls in which they had found out that how Tahawwur Rana was in connection not only with David Headley but with several other terrorists also. That also includes Ilyas Kashmiri and also some of the members of the Pakistani army, directly or indirectly affiliated with several outfits like Harkatul-il-Jihadi. So in this regard only of whatever calls they have...
Piyush, I request you to stay with me because joining me on the phone line right now is Nalin Kohli. He's a BJP spokesperson, also an advocate. Nalin Kohli, credit war has broken out over Tahawwur Rana's extradition. The UPA government, the UPA saying, the Congress essentially coming out and saying that it is because of the UPA government that the extradition was done in a smooth process. What does the BJP have to say on that?
No, in fact, if they have to take credit, they should also take credit for the birth of the universe, anything under the sun. If they have to take credit, the Congress party, then why restrict it only to this? In 10 years of the UPA, we have not seen anything happen concrete. On the contrary, you had Sharm el-Sheikh, in which India actually gave up its stand and accepted that Pakistan is a victim of terror. So, I mean, during this entire period, it was believed that Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's government and the Congress government was soft on terror. The manufacture of the Hindu terror card was done in that period. All sorts of fake cases were done. It was even an LET operative was promoted as an innocent bystander despite the clear terrorist links. So after a history of that sort, you today come into a war for trying to take credit for someone else's work and for the efforts of Prime Minister Modi's government. Then you have to ask the Congress party, please take credit for whatever's happening in the universe. Say you are the ones who created the universe, you are the ones who created Earth, the moon, the sun, the stars. There is no limit to false credit taking. Let's now face the truth here. What we have is an international victory, a vindication that the global fight against terror is a united fight in which the United States and India are working closely. And somewhere or the other, this is now going to lead to justice, even though it's delayed, and perhaps closure for those victim families, people who suffered. Now, look at the kind of statements that have come from the Congress leaders over the last few days. Not just about credit, mocking the very return of or the extradition of Tahawwur Rana, mocking it. Another one trying to say that, no, this is not the narrative. So in all of it, it just shows that the Congress party is living in a time warp, a warp where they do no work, but fight for credit, because perhaps they need to reward the first family of the Congress party for anything and everything good that happens in the world.
Absolutely. Nalin Kohli, just today we heard Digvijay Singh taking the credit for the extradition of Tahawwur Rana. And this is the same Digvijay Singh who back then, when the 26/11 happened, had claimed that this is an attack. The 26/11 was an attack that was aided by RSS, that it was an attack that was done by the Hindus, thereby dismissing completely Pakistan's role in this. And the same Digvijay Singh, the same Congress party, is today going ahead and seeking credit for the extradition of Tahawwur Rana.
So basically, my point is that this also shows how the Congress party has a very, very, Congress party, how it is willing to do two polar opposite stands, forgetting that the media records everything. It also shows hypocrisy, political duplicity, and it also shows the level to which that they are willing to stoop in their political fight. So it speaks volumes about the Congress leadership, its leaders. It really has no comment on Prime Minister Modi and his government, which is working to serve the country as they have been since 2014.
Absolutely.